Are you ready to unlock your full potential and maximize your productivity? Look no further than Productivity Smarts, the ultimate audio podcast hosted by renowned productivity expert Gerald J. Leonard. In every episode, Gerald shares captivating stories, invaluable tips, and cutting-edge strategies that will transform the way you approach productivity. Whether you're looking to reduce stress, overcome overwhelm, or simply get more done in less time, Productivity Smarts has got you covered. But that's not all. You'll also gain inspiration from real-life success stories of individuals who have achieved greatness through productivity. Plus, you'll learn the latest tools, techniques, and habits that will help you achieve a new level of happiness and fulfillment in your personal and professional life. So why wait? Join us every week as we delve into the exciting world of productivity and help you unleash your full potential. Get ready to take your productivity to the next level with Productivity Smarts. As a productivity expert and host of the Productivity Smarts podcast, Gerald J. Leonard has been a proud supporter of Kiva since 2011. Kiva is a non-profit organization that helps entrepreneurs in third world countries access the capital they need to start or grow their businesses. By making a small loan through Kiva, you can help these entrepreneurs achieve their dreams, support their families, and contribute to their local economies. And with a repayment rate of over 96%, your loan can be relent to another entrepreneur once it's repaid, creating a ripple effect of positive change. So if you're looking for a meaningful way to make a difference in the world, consider making a loan through Kiva. With loans as small as $25, anyone can be a microlender and help change lives. Visit kiva.org to learn more and start lending today.
Well, good day, everyone. Today, I am speaking to Jeanne Severe. She is a physician assistant in internal medicine living in Queens, New York. Now, Jeanne's book is called Unlocking the Secrets of a Clear Mind. I love the title of your book. Whether you're seeking relief from the pressures of daily life or striving for peak performance in your personal and professional endeavors, Unlocking the Secrets of a Clear Mind offers invaluable tools to help you thrive in a fast-paced world. Prepare to embark on a transformative journey towards mental clarity, emotional resilience, and lasting inner peace. This book is a roadmap to unlock the secrets of a clear mind and experiencing the profound joy and freedom that comes with it. Jeanne, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I am doing very, very well. I love reading your book. I got a lot out of it. And as I talked to you about this before we got started, I always ask my guests a couple of questions about music because, as you can see, music is a big part of my life. And, it's a big part of who I am and some of the strategies I've developed, even in business and other things around productivity. I use the principles of music. So one is, what is your favorite style of music?
I love jazz.
So jazz. Okay, you're a woman after my own heart. And I love jazz music. I listen to it all the time. And when you think about jazz, what piece of music or how does music inspire you? Like, what is it about jazz that inspires you?
Music has something in it that grab your attention, number one.
Okay.
Especially according to the beat, how it sounds like. Yeah. And I'm a singer too. I've been singing since I was 5 years old in church. Wow. And I still sing in a choir in New York City for 30 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So music is in your bones.
Yes, it is. It is. I know the beats. I know the rhythm.
Excellent.
And I love it. Yes.
Excellent. Well, tell us about your story. Like, how did you go as a 5-year-old loving music and obviously still participating in music to being a physician's assistant on internal medicine? How did you go from loving music as 5 to that role to then writing this book about a clear mind? What was that inspired you to write this book?
I work in the emergency room for 35 years.
Okay.
The main thing that got me inspired to write this book is because my patient, when they come to the emergency room with a patient that's sick with memory loss, dementia, so I would sit down and talk to them.
Right.
Right there, that would touch my heart to see what the family themselves is going through.
Yes.
Even the person is sick, but the family carried away the burden of what the person is going through. So I decided, something, I need to do something about that. So since that I put in my mind, I'm in a mission to go ahead and let people know that dementia exists, memory loss exists, it's a real disease, and what they can do to prevent it.
Right.
So since that time, I start putting down little notes when I see so-and-so come with that problem, how we proceed to help that person out.
Okay.
From the day they arrive to the day they discharge from the emergency room, what we did for them, the kind of problem they come to us with, how we were able to solve it. I say, okay, I have something in my hand here. I need to let the general population out there, the families, know that dementia exists and it can happen to anybody. Yes. So they need to know about it.
Yes.
So we find out there is 55 millions of people around the world that actually living with dementia.
Okay.
Usually they don't know because the family themselves, even if they take their loved ones to see a doctor for the year, the beginning of the year,
right?
The doctor never check the blood, check the urine, check the body, check the heart, check the lungs, but never check the brain.
Right.
The brain is very important. Because without the brain, you can do nothing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And as you said, as you know, I shared this earlier when we were kind of talking before we got started, that my mom, for 18 years before she passed away, just this April, wrestled with and struggled with dementia and then full-blown Alzheimer's and the whole memory loss and so on. And it was very challenging for our family after my dad passed in 2006 to watch mom go down this very slow road, slow road of that cognitive decline and dementia. And there were so many different things that we had to deal with in that process because she was a very, fun-loving and vibrant person. And I remember when I would go and visit her when she was alive, the thing that really would bring her back was music. If I wanted to have a good visit with her, I would take my phone and I would play either gospel music or I would play jazz, and that made a difference in our visit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it really did. So let me ask you, you got an amazing book here that I really like. It's a short book, but it gives you a lot of good insight. It's well written and it gives you a lot of good input, especially if someone's new to this, so they can grab it, they can scan it. It's not like a long, boring read. It gets to the point. It tells you what you need and kind of gives you direction and gives you some tools that you can use. And I found it very, very helpful as I was going through it to skim through and get a lot of things out of it. Now, in the book, Unlocking the Secrets of a Clear Mind, you discuss the connection between mental clarity and productivity. What are some of the common mental blocks that prevent people from reaching peak productivity, and how can they overcome these obstacles?
First of all, the obstacle that could happen, number one, dementia started at the age 30. You see, young age, 30, 40, going up to 50. At 65, it's peaked. And then from there, if the family didn't notice that or the doctor didn't pick it up on time to do something about it, to start treating it aggressively, that's why it's becoming decline to Alzheimer's. So mental block, how we can do that, people sometimes don't recognize it.
Right.
For instance, you might be going to your office, you have your key in your hands, you open the car doors, you enter, you drove your car back. And then by the time you come back home, you're tired, you're exhausted, you close the door, and then the key in your hand, you're not sure where to put it. And some people go put it in the freezer. That happened. They put things in the wrong places. For instance, some people would get up from the living room watching television and they, I feel thirsty. Let me go get something to drink. They would walk to the kitchen, go to the fridge, open the door and say, what did I come here for? I have no idea what I come here for. They don't remember.
Yeah.
Sometimes they really have to go back and sit down or take a long time. Sometimes it's never happened. We had an uncle that had that problem too.
Right.
And he would get up, go to the fridge. He loved orange juice. Always go fill his glass with orange juice and drink it. And he forgot what the heck he came to the fridge for. He stood there for a while. Oh my goodness, nobody. Sometimes the family who noticed that will go and say, hey, what you looking for? You want your juice? Let me help you. And then they will fill the glass and give it to him. Sometimes he would get ice cream and then put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Ice cream doesn't belong in the oven. I mean, they don't remember. These are the signs that show you there is something on that we need to check on.
Right.
If you want the sign, I can tell you the sign of memory loss. You know the sign?
Yes.
They're forgetful. For instance, I mentioned the keys. It could be different things.
Yep.
They have personality changes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get it. They don't want to take a bath. Leave me alone. I'm fine. Right?
Right.
They don't want to brush their teeth. They can't find the right word to put in the conversation. They're kind of confused.
Yeah.
Personality changes, mood changes. Sometimes they're upset. Sometimes they even think, hey, I had $50 here. It disappeared. Somebody grabbed it. Who took my money?
Yes.
They would start a fight over all that. You know what I mean? That's a lot. They don't trust nobody. They don't recognize the family faces either. So it's much more than that.
Exactly. It's interesting as you're talking through that, I'm just visualizing all of what I went through as I learned of what my mom was going through. Yeah. And, in a lot of ways, she has the disease, but she doesn't have the problem because in her mind, everything is still okay. Mm-hmm. But for the person who's trying to take care of her or the people that are trying to take care of her, that's where the real problem lies, because now you're dealing with one that, as you said, with my mother, there was personality change. There was forgetfulness. I remember my sister calling me once to come and spend some time with mom as it was not too long after my dad passed. And mom was really having a difficult time, not so much in mourning my dad, which obviously she did, but in just functioning. And I came down and I helped around the house. And then she would say, hey, I need to run to the bank. And we'd go to the bank and she would talk to the bank person and they would say, oh, you just came in yesterday. And then we go home and then I'm back out in the yard doing something. And she'd walk back out and go, I need to go to the bank, as if we never went to the bank. Mm-hmm. And that would happen 2 or 3 times in one day, or I would need to run this errand. And it was all of these different things. And we'd begin to notice her personality changing in all of these ways. But, one of the things you said was that normally a lot of these things start happening when someone is around 30 or 40. Yeah. And I think because, I know, I'm in my early 60s, like 60, I'll be 62 this year. Mm-hmm. And I know in my 30s, 40s, and 50s, I didn't have one doctor's appointment until I had the vestibular imbalance issue that drove me to do this podcast around Productivity Smart and how to leverage your whole brain and so on. I didn't have one doctor when I came in for a visit ask me about my mental cognitive abilities or to test that. And so it seems like just like we take a physical, right? And now I'll go in and get a physical and they want to check my blood and they want to check my stress levels and so on. But they never did a check to see, hey, is there any potential cognitive decline? Do you have Alzheimer's in your family and so on? And so I think it's really important. Now, in your book as well, you talk about and you outline various strategies for decluttering the mind, right? where we want to just kind of like have a clear purpose, a clear mind, declutter the mind. How does mental clutter specifically impact decision-making, time management, and your ability to focus on high priority tasks? How does mental clutter, kind of boggle things up in our minds?
It's very difficult. First of all, the person will have a fog. The mind is foggy. Like when you get up in the morning, you see the cloud in the sky, like the head is surrounded by clouds. They can't think straight. They can't think right to make the right decision.
Right.
Like you mentioned, they can't balance their checkbooks. So it's very difficult. And they don't understand it, although they're going through the pain, through the suffering by themselves. They don't understand it. And sometimes the family don't get it. They don't get it. They think everything is okay. Or maybe because the person is going a little older, maybe that's what we need to expect. But it's much deeper than that. We find that some doctors, neurologists that do CAT scan for the brain, this is how they diagnose the disease. They have to do CAT scan for the brain, and then they find blockages. They find everything that's going on inside the brain. Sometimes drinking alcohol, these are the things, the bad habits that people should get rid of. Yeah. Drinking alcohol, dementia, and it's all linked to the brain. The brain is not functioning properly. That's where the blockages are. People can focus straight to know what to do.
Right. So from a standpoint of getting a clear mind, if you have someone, let's say in their 30s or 40s, and they're starting to see those things, what are some of the things that they could do to relieve and to get back to having a clear mind? What are some things people can do?
They can catch it early. First of all, the person needs to recognize the sign that we mentioned earlier.
Yep.
Like forgetfulness, they don't trust people, personality change, losing things to the right and the left, word, what do they call it now? Word salad. When you're saying something and you wait for a little bit trying to find out where the other word is coming to complete the sentence. So when they start saying that, feeling that, or even their friends sometimes can notice, even the family member, the co-worker can find when that started to happen, they need to see their medical doctor first, number one, and the doctor would refer them to a neurologist that would evaluate them further. But there are things that they can do on their own to make the improvement, to start at making improvement.
Okay.
Number one, they need to exercise.
Okay.
You have to exercise. You have to move. You cannot sit down like an island.
Right.
You need to get out there, get the fresh air in your system, expose yourself to the sunlight. Right. It's good for your body. It's good for your brain. It's good for your mind. And exercise, meditation. These are things they can do. We're talking about prevention here and education too at the same time. Meditation, there are ways to do meditation in the morning, even 10 minutes per day. If you want to do it in the morning or in the evening. Right. Exercise, we said. Sleep. Sleep is important. People need to go to bed at least 10 o'clock and get a good 8 hours sleep. 7 to 8 hours. You need all that. Right. Because this is the time your brain started to detoxify itself. Okay. The body is able to take care of itself by itself. But if you have to go to bed, make the time to go to bed in time, and also what you eat. Because what you eat is what you get. Like they say in the computer, garbage goes in, garbage goes out.
Yes.
Yeah. There are certain food, if you eat it, you're going to feel sluggish, tired, exhausted. You want to take a nap. Right. But there are other things. I have, I think, 2 recipes here that I would like to say. Then give people an idea how to boost their brain, especially in the morning. When you get up, you do your meditation, 10 minutes, you take your shower, you brush your teeth, and then you put a few things in a blender. You want me to say it now?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You can do that. This is a brain booster energy drink.
Right. I know it's in your book as well, so go ahead and it'll encourage you to book.
That would help you start the day new. Okay. You have a blender. You get some fresh blueberries.
Okay.
Blueberries or frozen blueberries. So you get half a cup of frozen blueberries, put it in the blender. Then you find some walnuts.
Okay.
Walnuts, and then you put half a cup in the blender. You put 1.5 glass of milk in the blender. And then if you can slice fresh ginger, wash it fresh, add it there. And if you have chia seed too, you can add it there.
Okay.
And you can get spinach. I don't know if anybody has spinach or kale.
Okay.
Wash it really well, put it there, blend it. Blend it really nicely, smoothly, and then just put it in the cup. Try that every day. You see what the difference. Instead of sitting and eating a bunch of a bowl of cereal, you also add a banana to it. You have that, you're good for until 12 o'clock. You don't have to eat anything else.
Wow.
So that's how you start your day.
Those are a lot of antioxidants and a lot of brain food.
They do. They have antioxidants, they have vitamins, you have vitamin C, you have B1 in there, B12. I would give you the vitamins too, that I think that's important for somebody to take every day.
And what are those? You got me curious now. What are those vitamins? Because I'm starting to think like, okay, I'm gonna have to go back to that section.
I can teach you a lot. I'm a nutritionist too. I am a nutritionist too.
Okay, so what are the vitamins?
The vitamins that definitely you need to take. First of all, when you get up in the morning, get a glass of warm water, squeeze a lemon on it, just drink it. You don't know, you don't need to know what's going to happen next. But that started to detoxify your system.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to clean you out. First of all, mold, thing that we are breathing in the air. We breathe it, it's entering our body, it's going somewhere. And later on, when those things continue to add, they come up with a certain type of disease in your body. You want to clear out your system. That's number one. And then after you drink that, you're going to feel full of energy. You're going to be alert. You will have much more work done for the day in the office than eating a bowl of cereal in the morning.
Right.
Much better. You do your exercise. You had a good night's sleep. You're ready to take the world.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, you did mention some other vitamins. Were there any other vitamins besides the warm water with lemon?
Yes. Vitamins you can take. You have vitamin D3.
Okay.
D like David, 3.
Okay. Vitamin D3?
Yes.
Okay.
Vitamin B12.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm good there. I'm good with those.
Yes. Vitamin B6.
Okay.
All the B's are good. The B1 too. But for this too, usually I always tell people, you need to talk to your doctor about the vitamin list. Because doctors, I can tell you, they don't prescribe medication. They don't prescribe vitamins. They will give you some medication, and some medication will give you a heart disease. Will mess up your kidneys. That's what they do. I know, I've been in the system. Right. But for me, I kind of, I don't want to do this no more because I know it's not right. Let me do things that would prevent me from getting disease.
Right.
Instead of wait till the disease happens and then you try to cure it and it's too late. Yes. Vitamin B12, if you want to write them down, vitamin B12 and D3, the doctor need to do a blood test to see the level in your brain and your blood. If the level is low, he would prescribe it for you. If it's not low, if it's a little better, need a little supplement, he would give it to you for maybe 3 months or 6 months. Okay. But sometimes some people, for instance, people with COVID, they didn't have vitamin D3 in their system at all.
And that's why the COVID virus took on to them.
Because Z3 come and replenish your immune system, keep your body strong to fight infection.
Yes, the D3.
Yes. So the B6, B1, B12, Z3, you can buy them over the counter. They're on. We'll go to Amazon, try to get the brand that had much more review, like 4.5 review. These are the things we do.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, that's excellent. And again, I know that the recipes, because I did see the recipes in your book for the shakes and the things, and also the list of vitamins are in your book, along with some of the other things that you talked about, the exercise, the meditation, and so on and so forth are there. And I want to ask you a couple more questions before we close out here. And that is, you talk about the importance of intention setting that's in your book. How does setting clear intentions help people better align their daily activities with their long-term goals? And what are some methods to implement this practice effectively when it comes to setting your mindset or your intentions about what you want to do and where you're going with your life? Why is that so important?
Okay, it's important because at one point in your life, you're going to sit down and say, okay, I'm here now. Where would I like to go?
Right.
Maybe somebody has an associate degree. They say, okay, I'm going to go maybe take some business classes, take some computer skill. We all need computer skill, believe it or not. And let me try this. But you're not contented where you are. You're not happy. You're not satisfied where you are. So it's always good for me, I think I'm going to be all my life, I'm going to learn. Every day I learn something different. And sometimes you go back to, this is, let me go and see if I can make something out of it. So you decide to take a class. Sometimes if you can, go to a classroom, sit down, meet other students, all different age group, different nations, learn something. Or if you don't want, you can do it right in the comfort of your home. Go to online, register for something, because this mind, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yes. I believe it's really critical to set intentions. I love the idea that you have to talk about that in your book, because even when you're sitting down to work, or let's say you're taking a class or you're writing an email, set your intention.
Yes.
Because then all of your internal resources, your mind, your spirit, everything is focused on that. And you bring your best self and your best mindset to a particular activity when you have clear intentions. I notice if I do something and I don't really have clear-cut intentions, it may go well, it may not go well.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of like the luck of the draw. But I notice that whenever I'm focused on something, that I set a real clear intention of why I'm doing this activity and what I want from it, then I begin to see the results and come in droves and really take off in that way.
Yeah.
So I got one other question for you, and this is around the area of stress. For individuals working in a high stressful environment, maintaining mental clarity can be a challenge. What are some actionable steps you suggest people should do to protect their mental clarity, stay productive, and amid external pressures and constant demands? So what are some other things that people can do to just address stress? Because right now, between the elections and just work and AI and all the things that are happening and the storms and the groceries and everything else happening, there's a lot of stress in people's lives.
Yeah.
How can people better deal with stress and have that clear mind?
Okay. Stress is something that it's always coming. Stress is always going to be here for some reason. Because even if you're at peace, you want to be at peace as possible. But it's very difficult because sometimes you might be sitting at home, boom, a bad phone call comes.
Yeah.
Different things happen. So what I would say is, number one, we know we are here in the universe. We didn't bring ourselves here. There is a reason why we are here, right?
Right.
Somebody orchestrate all that. And we are not the master of it. And even 20 years from now, we still won't be the master of everything. So what we do, we have to sometimes say, hey, somebody brought me here. Where are you? Who are you? Are you in the universe? Can you talk to me? Can you show me what I need to do next? Can you show me the way? Because no matter what, there is, God already created a path for everybody to follow through.
Right.
Sometimes you miss it. You end up in the pit of hell, if I would say. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we all slide backward sometimes, forward, whatever. But the main thing is to know, okay, there is somebody that something, some way I got here. I have to do my best while I'm here. Right. I have to support my brothers, my families, and my neighbor, people around me, that need a little help. And you focus on that and you say, you have to call on somebody greater than you.
Right.
Which you. Believe it or not, everybody worships something.
Yes.
I worship everybody. Me, I know God. I know Jesus, but that's what I worship. That's what I pray to. You need to pray. You need to kneel down. Say, hey, I'm here. Hello, anybody out there? Anybody can help me? Can you show me the way? Can you show me the light? Can you show me the path that I need to go to? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I feel depressed. I can't help myself. I need help.
Right.
And then, believe it or not, if you're sincere with yourself, something would happen. You would say, okay, but God is always there. His arm are always wide open to help other people. So there is help. And I'm here to help too if anybody needs my help.
Excellent.
You know what I mean?
That's where I was going next. So that's a great point because, as one of the biggest challenges of stress is when you're going through stress and you're trying to deal with it by yourself.
No.
Deal with it alone. It becomes even more difficult and more stressful. And whether if you're listening, you are, God focused or you are universe focused or whatever your focus is, you need other people and you need guidance and you need direction. You need, we weren't created here to be independent by ourselves. We were here and created to be a community and we grow more from that. But there's always risk in that, in anything where you may get hurt or somebody who says the wrong thing. But that's just a small price to pay for connecting with other people and really being a part of this human race, this human experience that we're all engaged in. And it is through conversations, it is through books, it is through the mentoring and coaching and people that we grow and we can overcome the stressful situations that we find ourselves in. Well, Jeanne, how can people learn more about you and where can they get your book if they're interested?
My books are listed in Amazon. So unlike The Secrets of a Clear Mind, I think this book is good. First of all, I learned a lot from it while I make my way to bed around 10:30, the latest. That's what I'm doing now. And believe it or not, I feel much better. When I get up, I'm more alert, I'm more active, I'm ready to take tasks at hand for the day. And I hope that will do the same for everybody else. Even if you're struggling with you don't have mental clarity, the book will help you regain your self-confidence.
Yes.
To go on and do what you want to do and accomplish what you want to accomplish in your life. And dementia will be a thing in the past.
Excellent.
Not coming your way. You need to kick it out, get it out of you. Read the book and you find all the counsel that you need there.
Very good. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. And I'm sure we'll put the links for the book and everything else in the podcast notes. And so thank you so much for being a guest on the Productivity Smarts podcast.
Yes. Thank you so much. We'll keep in touch. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.
If you're enjoying the content and finding it valuable, we would appreciate it if you could take a moment and leave us a review. Your feedback is important to us and helps us reach a wider audience. If you leave us a 5-star review, it would mean the world to us. Not only does it help us improve the podcast, but it also helps us attract more sponsors and grow our community. Thank you again for your support and for listening to the Productivity Smarts podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to Productivity Smarts, where we help you achieve your goals and live your best life. We hope you've gained valuable insights and actionable strategies to boost your productivity and increase your happiness and fulfillment. Remember to apply what you've learned and keep striving towards your goals. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring episodes and expert advice from our host, Gerald J. Leonard. Until next time, keep pushing forward and unleashing your productivity smarts.